Hey, welcome back, everyone. Now that I finished Spider-Man 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, I was pretty impressed by what PS5 Pro can do with Marvel Spider-Man 2. So I shifted gears to Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart because that's the game that was kind of as a trademark of PS5 Pro based on what Marc Cerny was talking about. And I have to say, it's pretty impressive. Okay, it's super impressive, and just looking at it right now, playing it right now, one of the unique cool features about this game is that there's so many moving parts, and just like Spider-Man, all of these moving parts that are available in this game, they're all happening simultaneously. They're all happening all in real time without any loading. So basically, there's no loading time here. Everything's happening simultaneously. So it's even more impressive looking at it like this. And yeah, this is I think this is the reason why Mark Cerny used this game as that one example to showcase PlayStation 5 Pro.
This is the part where you lose.
I would say there's three games that I would recommend for everyone to start with. Uh, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and of course Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei would be the third game. Um, Keep in mind, I haven't really tested that many PS5 Pro games, but what I have tested so far, including Spider-Man 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank, and Ghost of Yotei, uh, just those three games, including this one, Spider-Man 2, and Ghost of Yotei, just those three games, I'm already like beyond impressed as to what PS5 Pro can do. Now, you're probably going to say, well, what do you mean? Why are you so impressed? Well, because for a console, even though it's a mid gen upgrade, for a console to be able to render everything at 60 frames per second at a high resolution um, with advanced ray tracing, that's pretty impressive. And then when you connect it to a really good 4K HDR TV, it looks even more impressive. So for a console, yes, this is pretty impressive. Keep in mind, when this console first came out 2 years ago, it was only $700, and now it's obviously $900. But that's because of the market. You know, things change. Obviously, the economy is different. Everything's different. Look at how much you're paying at the gas pump, right? $3.80, whatever, something like that. Um, Look at the reflection. I'm recording this in 4K, and I listen. I promise you, all of my videos will be in 4K. Even the live streams will be in 4K because
Wombats?
I really want you to see
What is this place?
at least a reasonable amount of detail. And I know it's still compressed. I know these videos are still compressed. I know these videos are still, a little bit soft. But look at this, man. This looks, yo. I'm starting to realize exactly why Mark Cerny. Look at that ray tracing. You know, it's funny. Like earlier, well, I was working out, right? I came out from working out. I have my own gym. Okay, I have my own gym. I was working out, meaning here in the house. I have my own gym, and when I came back from working out, I was doing some running and lifting some weights, and then I went for a swim. Went to a pool to take a swim, and while I was at the pool, I was chilling out and I was watching Mark Cerny. I put on my earbuds I was watching Marc Cerny, and I was listening to what he was saying on that seminar that he did, and everything that he talked about, it makes total sense when you look at the game like this, especially this game, and that's why I'm talking about it now, because a game like this has a lot of moving parts that makes it that makes it that makes you understand exactly what Mark Cerny was talking about. And I know a lot of stuff he talked about, uh, 32 working groups and RDNA 2X. All of this helps enhance the performance of rendering with the use of AI, spectral, super spectral PlayStation AI resolution. And I can see why he was using this game as that one example, because there's no loading time here. Everything's happening at a lightning speed. Everything's happening super quick, super fast.
That mean
You know,
there are two Nefariouses now?
just like in Spider-Man, there's so many moving parts, and this is one of the reasons why. And I don't want to, keep you guys here confused, but the reason I use these three games, Spider-Man 2, which I have finished, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Ghost of Yotei, I use those three games because those three games are having they have so much to render. There's so many moving parts, and that's why those three games to me are a great example of what PS5 Pro can do, because of all of these moving parts that needs to be rendered in this game. What I mean by moving parts, I mean, what is this hold X to glide? Oh, I see what you mean. Hold X to glide. I got it. I got it. I got it. I was about to say, what do you mean hold X to glide? Um, but anyway, like I said, I was working out. Then after the gym, I went to the pool and I was watching Marc Cerny video. I was listening on my earbud on my tablet, and I usually bring my tablet with me when I'm chilling out by the pool. It's like a waterproof tablet, and it was funny. I was watching Marc Cerny, and I'm starting to understand like all the little details that he was talking about. This is what makes PS5 Pro so unique. Okay, you can do this with the base PS5. You can have all of these ray tracings, advanced ray tracings at a higher resolution, render all of this at a 60 frames per second. It's just simply not possible. And you have limited power. With listen, don't get me like even he said, and even I will say, there's absolutely nothing wrong with PS5 base. You will still have a good experience with the base PS5, but um, missing all of these extra features like advanced ray tracing, higher resolution at 60 frames per second. Um, it just it's just a different experience, dude. Okay, it's just a different experience when you are playing this on a PS5 Pro. You know, and I have experienced that so far. I think I already spent like close to a month. I think it's almost a month now since I've been using a PS5 Pro, and the games that I have experienced, including this one, Spider-Man 2, Ghost of Yotei. Those three has really impressed me. Ghost of Yotei, Spider-Man 2, and Ratchet and Clank. Those three have really impressed me. And the reason I'm using those three as that one impressive, three impressive examples, it's because my big three, okay, Mr. Cerny, my big three. These are my big three: Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and Ghost of Yotei, because they have so many moving parts to be rendered here. Look at that. All of this has to be rendered at a higher resolution with a high performance with advanced ray tracing. And for a console, that's pretty impressive, okay? To be able to do that. And then no loading time, right? To be able to do that, that's not something that you can do on the base PS5, okay? And even on a PC, even on a PC, it's still a huge undertaking. You still have to use frame generation and deep learning super sampling. The only difference is, the PC GPUs, they're really expensive. But look at this, man. This looks amazing. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Oh no, I fell. Did I? No, wait. I did. I fell down. Um. So anyway, I don't know. Is this video boring? I guess it is. I don't know. What I'm essentially trying to tell you here is, I was like, I was chilling out by the pool after I finished working out. I brought my waterproof tablet and I was watching Marc Cerny, and he was talking about this game, and of course Spider-Man as well. But if you really think about it, it's really it was really Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, and The Last of Us, and Gran Turismo. It was like those four games at the time, 3 years ago. Oh no, I'm sorry, 2 years ago, that he was talking about. Obviously, Ghost of Yotei was not released yet, uh, but now that I have experienced this game and other games from PS5 Pro, I have to say this is pretty impressive, dude. Come on, dude. Why are you falling down like that, bro?
That can't be good.
What am I supposed to do here? Just pick something up. I don't know. There is the objective. I mean, look at this.
That sounds like a club, all right.
It's almost like a Pixar movie. Like, honestly, this reminds me of a Pixar movie. Watching this, playing this right now, just reminds me of a Pixar movie. Just like how good it is, bro. It's pretty impressive. I'm supposed to go this way?
The sooner I find Club Nefarious and this Phantom, the sooner I can get to Clank.
I'm supposed to go down there. Okay. I'm lost here, man. Oh, there we go. I'm not lost anymore. I know where I'm supposed to go. I'm not lost. What is this, like a nightclub? Yo, it is a nightclub, bro. Yo, look at this game, dude. Are you kidding me, man? It's like a Disney Pixar movie. Um, this looks amazing, dude. Look at that advanced ray tracing. I'm starting to sound like Digital Foundry over here, man. Um, I'm sorry. I know this is a boring video, and probably you guys will like, hey, listen, if you dislike this video, I understand. But what I want you to take away from this video is uh, I understand what Marc Cerny was talking about. Like, I really, that's the whole point of this. Like I said, I was working out. I finished working out. Like I have my own gym here. Then I went to the pool. I went for a swim, and then I brought my waterproof tablet, and I was watching Marc Cerny's seminar that he did 2 years ago. I was watching him, talk and explain all of this on my waterproof tablet. I have my earbuds on, and I came back and I decided, well, maybe I should, make a video about this and play Ratchet and Clank. And now that I have experienced PS5 Pro, Spider-Man 2, I finished it yesterday. I played Ghost of Yate. I'm now playing this, and I'm also planning on playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Now that I played all of those three games, including Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank, and Ghost of Yate, I think I understand what Mark Cerny was talking about. You know, I certainly understand that. And even he said, this is really meant for those of us who want to have who who want PlayStation games to play better. If you want your PlayStation games to play better, this is it. Even he said this is not like the next generation RDNA 5. This is RDNA 2X with a 32 working groups, 67% more horsepower, 16 teraflops, which is much higher than the Xbox Series X. And then using the spectral super resolution from, you know, PlayStation AI dynamic scaling, rendering. It's kind of like a deep learning super sampling. It's just they gave it its own name. Uh, they call it Sony's, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. And all of this adds up. And then when you connect it to a really good 4K TV, then you truly appreciate all the benefits that comes with uh, PS5 Pro. That's why I keep telling everyone you really need a good 4K TV to appreciate just how good the games on the PS5 Pro look. And it's not just me saying this, guys. Ask anyone who has a PS5 Pro. I guarantee you, no one's gonna say, "Ooh, oh man, I made a terrible mistake buying a PS5 Pro." People who are being genuine and they're not lying, who are being honest that they have a PS5 Pro. Some people they lied. They just tell you that they purchased PS5 Pro, but they show you no proof, and then they tell you that PS5 Pro sucks. That's because they don't have it. Anyone who has PS5 Pro, they're not going to say that this console sucks. Now, is it worth $900? Look, I don't like paying extra. All right, I always like to save money. Okay, but looking at the today's market, um, uh, I understand why it's $900. Okay, now I wish that I had the opportunity to purchase this 2 years ago for 700. Of, of course, it would have been nice if I had that opportunity, but unfortunately, I didn't have that opportunity to buy it. For 700. But I still believe that it's worth it, even at 900. What I have experienced so far, and again, I'm not even scratching the surface, but what I have experienced so far, it's certainly worth it, in my honest, humble opinion. All right, this video is about 20 minutes. I think I spoke too much here, and I hope that this video, it's recorded in 4K, of course. I hope that this gives you some idea why I favor PS5 Pro. And listen, I'm not making these videos trying to like justify my purchase and say, "Ooh, I purchased PS5 Pro and I want to justify it." No, I'm not making these videos for that. Okay, I'm just simply telling you what I have experienced. You know, I play my Xbox Series X, I play my Nintendo Switch 2, I play my PC. It's not like I'm just gaming on a PS5 Pro. But what I have experienced on PS5 Pro so far, it's pretty remarkable, and it's really showing me like the value of this console. Okay, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that it's not worth 900. It is worth it if you have, like I always said, as I've been saying, if you have a good 4K TV. Okay, a good 4K TV consists of um, a a good peak brightness uh, OLED screen, or a mini LED, a good local dimming, good HDR, good color gamut, stuff like that. 120 hertz, low latency, you know, a good 4K TV. You are certainly going to appreciate the uh, the accolades that comes with PS5 Pro. Okay, and I'm not trying to turn myself into digital foundry. I'm not trying to turn my channel into digital foundry. Okay, but I understand what Marc Cerny was talking about. That's the whole point of this video. And I also understand what Digital Foundry, both Marc Cerny and Digital Foundry, were talking about. I couldn't understand that 2 years ago because I didn't have the hardware. I didn't have the PS5 Pro. But now that I have spent close to a 1 month with this PS5 Pro, I think I'm understanding it more and more and more. And that's the whole point of this long video. And I know you guys will dislike this video because, just get to the point, Mr. 4K. And I know. Get to the point. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't have a script. I don't have a teleprompter. I am trying to get to the point. All right. And the point is, like I said, I was working out. I went to the pool. I went for a swim. I got my tablet, waterproof tablet, put on the earbuds, and I was chilling, in the pool, and I was listening and watching Marc Cerny and his seminar that he did 2 years ago. And based on that seminar that I was listening, I understand now what he was talking about. I totally get it. Why do I understand it now? Because I've spent close to a month with this console, and the games that I've experienced from PS5 Pro so far, like Spider-Man 2, which I have finished, Ghost of Yete, which I'm still playing, halfway through it. I'm almost done. I'm still playing it. Ratchet and Clank, and many other games. And believe me, there's still more games for me to play. I'm not even scratching the surface. But what I have experienced so far with the PS5 Pro, uh, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that it's not worth it. Everything that Marc Cerny talked about is true. Honestly, he was being very genuine, giving you the facts of what this machine is, meaning PS5 Pro, and what this PS5 Pro hardware can do. And remember, I'm not sponsored by Sony. I'm not obligated to say how great PS5 Pro is. Okay, I'm just simply telling you what my experience is, and that's really the whole point of this video. Okay. Anyway, it's 24 minutes. I don't want to waste any more of your time. I'm just trying to emphasize on what Marc Cerny was talking about 2 years ago. I totally understand now. Okay. And yes, PS5 Pro is worth it. Even at 900, looking at today's market, it's absolutely worth it. And you know you want this console based on all of these games coming out this year and next year, including the big behemoth this holiday season, November 19th. Of course, Grand Theft Auto 6, GTA 6, you know you will want to have the best possible experience, and PS5 Pro is the only way to do that. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will see you later on with Assassin's Creed Black Flag live stream. Thank you very much.